One day in Mexico, there was a boy named Jose lying down in a cornfield. Jose was the son of a farmer. Because he heard that being a farmer in America was much more promising, his father decided to move to America to change his fate. After saying goodbye to his parents and siblings, Jose and his family left. Every year, thousands of immigrants from Mexico, from children to adults, move and work as farm laborers in plantation fields in California, United States. Sometime later, since moving to California, among the 4 siblings, only Jose was the smartest and had a strong will to continue elementary school. At school, Jose was really good at math. So smart, every time the teacher gave him difficult questions, the boy could answer them easily. Unfortunately, because he had to go to school while working as a farm laborer, Jose often skipped school and missed lessons. That morning, in the field while harvesting grapes, Jose complained. He didn't want to work as a farm laborer anymore. Working in the field was tiring and hot. Father tried to calm him down and said, "All the farm workers here are tired too, but what can we do? This is the only job we have, so we can go home and build our dream house. We have to keep fighting until we achieve our goal." Father hopes Jose will understand the family's condition. Hearing that, Jose fell silent and thought. After work, Jose went to school. Because he was tired, he fell asleep in class. Luckily, the teacher named Miss Young understood and was not angry. In the afternoon after school, because he was curious about outer space, Jose approached Miss Young and asked, "What are the uses of stars in the sky?" Hearing that strange question, Miss Young gently said, "Why doesn't Jose try to find out for himself?" At home, while working on a school assignment drawing his dreams, because he didn't have a dream, Jose was confused about what to draw. In the midst of the confusion, Jose's older brother, who had just come home, invited everyone at home to watch the launch of the first NASA rocket in the world. When he witnessed the greatness of the rocket launching into space, Jose was so amazed and hoped that one day he could do it. Now he dreams of becoming an astronaut. The next day at home, when everyone was getting ready to go to the fields, Miss Young suddenly came. Miss Young then talked to Jose's parents. The purpose of her visit was because she was worried about Jose's education. It would be a shame if a student as smart as Jose often missed class lessons because he had to work in the fields. She suggested that it would be better for Jose to quit his job first so that he could focus on school. But Father did not agree and said that his son must continue working to help the family's economy. Besides, Jose is only here temporarily. When we have enough savings, our family will return home and build a house in Mexico. Hearing her father's answer, Miss Young could only remain silent. Before Miss Young left, Jose followed and gave her schoolwork, namely a picture of her dream. When she found out that Jose wanted to be an astronaut, Miss Young smiled and said, "One day Jose's dream will definitely come true. Don't care about what other people say, the main thing is that Jose must be an astronaut." Hearing the teacher's support, little Jose didn't know whether to be happy or sad. That afternoon in the fields, because the harvest did not reach the target, the farm workers were only paid half of their usual wages. In the car, although annoyed, Jose's father could not do anything. In the midst of disappointment, the father realized that Miss Young's words were true. If this continued, his son's future would only have the same fate as him. Father then asked the children to hold out their hands to each other and said, "From now on, you must choose your own path. Don't be like Father, who is just a farm laborer. Your future is still bright." Father has accepted that his dream of saving money to build a house in Mexico has been canceled. Father has decided that our family will remain in California for the sake of our children's education. Happily, they all returned home. Decades later, it can be seen that Jose is now an adult and has successfully graduated from college with the best grades on campus. After graduating, Jose did not forget his dream. He sent a job application letter to the NASA Research Center. While waiting for a reply from NASA, Jose first interned at a state research institution. On the first day of work, during a meeting, the project manager named Clint asked a difficult question about nuclear. Even though he was new, Jose dared to answer. Luckily, his answer was correct. Clint was amazed and then told other staff to take Jose to his office. But when he arrived and had just sat down, the office lights went out. When he went to the receptionist to ask for a replacement lamp because he was considered a new office boy, the receptionist gave him the key and told Jose to get his own lamp from the warehouse and also replace the toilet paper. Hearing what the receptionist said, Jose could only remain silent. After work, he stopped by the field to meet his cousin named Beto. Jose told him a long story about his new job. Even though he didn't understand the difficult languages that Jose told him, Beto was proud that his cousin was now an engineer and had a great job. The next morning at the office, because he was still new, Jose was only asked to photocopy files. He was also given a reply letter from NASA. Nervously, Jose opened his letter, but it turned out that his job application was rejected. At night on the terrace of the house, Jose confides in his father about his dream of working at NASA. But during the conversation, father keeps bringing up his dream of building a house in the village that he once sacrificed for Jose's education. Father hopes that Jose will quickly succeed so that he can raise the family's status. Jose is angry. Why does father always bring up that issue every time we chat? He knows that father has sacrificed everything, but please don't keep bringing it up. Every time he heard his father's story, Jose always felt guilty and a burden to the family. Seeing his son's weak attitude, his father said, "Why is Jose afraid of being pressured by his family? Isn't it full of pressure out there or even in this world? I never raised a spoiled child. Men must be strong enough to bear the burden." Hearing his father's words, Jose fell silent and pondered. The next day, Jose and Beto went to the car dealership. Because his car was wasteful of gas, Jose planned to trade in his old car for a new one. When he went inside, when he met a beautiful salesperson named Adela, Jose immediately fell in love. After choosing a car, when the keys were handed over, Jose dared to introduce himself. It turned out that Adela also grew up in a farming family. Because they had something in common and felt they were compatible, Jose nervously asked Adela out on a date this weekend. Adela agreed, but had to ask her father's permission first. On Saturday night, as promised, Jose came to Adela's house. At first he was confident that he would be allowed, but when Adela said that her father was fierce, Jose's knees suddenly went weak. Upon entering, because this was the first time Adela brought a guy home, Jose was interrogated by her brothers. Not long after, Adela's father came home. Seeing Jose, without further ado, father immediately forbade his daughter from dating. "If you want to meet, you can, as long as dad is there." Hearing that, Jose just nodded. The next day at the office, when asked to photocopy the Project Laser X file, Jose realized that there was an error in his data calculations. He rushed to tell Clint, but because everyone was busy, Jose took the initiative to go into the lab and rearrange the incorrect data. With enthusiasm and focus, Jose worked hard to fix the error. He was so engrossed in his work. But suddenly, Clint came and saw him. When Clint reprimanded him, Jose tried to explain the results of his analysis in as much detail as possible, starting from the error in the Laser X data to the calculations of the formulas that he had solved. Clint was amazed. He didn't expect Jose to be able to solve the very difficult Laser X formula problem. Thanks to that genius, Clint invited Jose to join his project team. Jose happily agreed. 1 month later, after being appointed as a permanent employee, Jose dared to propose to Adela. Adela accepted and they got married. 6 years after getting married, Jose had been blessed with 2 children. He had also been promoted to project manager. That morning, while leading a meeting, Clint called. Clint said that currently America and Russia are working together to develop a nuclear power plant project in Siberia. Clint said, "Why doesn't Jose try to be a project supervisor there? If the project is successful, sooner or later, Jose will definitely be called by NASA." Hearing the offer, Jose didn't answer. That night, after work, Jose was surprised to see Adela waiting at the dining table and then showed him the reply letters from NASA. Adela was angry because Jose had never told her that he wanted to be an astronaut. If that dream came true, it meant that Jose would go into space and leave his family for a very long time. Adela was angry and told her husband to go to the shop to buy Pampers. After coming home from the shop, Jose stopped by Beto's house first. He told her about the argument just now. From the beginning, Jose deliberately kept his dreams a secret because he knew that not everyone could understand, so it was better for him to fight alone. Besides, everyone would definitely laugh if they knew that a poor farm laborer's child wanted to be an astronaut. Beto tried to encourage him. There's nothing wrong with being a farm laborer's child. Jose should be proud to have big dreams. Imagine if one day Jose really becomes an astronaut. Surely the whole world will be inspired by the story of a farm laborer's child who successfully flew into space. Don't worry about fighting with Adela earlier. It was probably just a communication problem. Just apologize, and eventually Adela will understand. After returning home, according to Beto's suggestion, Jose apologized to his wife for keeping his dream a secret. He promised that there would be no more secrets. Seeing her husband's sincerity, Adela relented. She would try to understand and support Jose. Adela then suggested, "There are many competitors in the astronaut selection. Why not try taking courses so that you have other skills and can be superior to your competitors?" She is sincere about using her savings to pay for Jose's course. Hearing his wife's support, Jose was touched. The next day, Jose began to take part in various trainings. Jose was very enthusiastic and focused on pursuing his dreams. He was sure that with hard work and support from Adela, he could achieve his dream of becoming an astronaut. Year after year passed, Jose had undergone training after training. However, until now, there was still no good news from NASA. Until one night, remembering Clint's suggestion, Jose asked Adela for permission to work as a supervisor for a nuclear power plant project in Russia. In addition to being able to get a certificate, he could also practice Russian so that his application CV would be better. Without thinking twice, Adela immediately gave her permission. The next day, Jose left for Russia. A few months later, NASA job vacancies were announced again. Because his application was always rejected, Jose dared to go to Washington, D.C. to come directly to the NASA office. When he met the captain pilot, Jose submitted his application while introducing himself and saying, his purpose in coming here was because he really wanted to prove that he was worthy of being accepted. For the past 10 years, he has learned many skills that no one else has. Jose doesn't want to give up. Please, Captain, reject his job applications as many as you like, but every year, he will definitely come back. Seeing that sincerity, the captain was amazed. 1 month after his assignment in Russia was finished, when Jose was partying with his family, there was a reply letter from NASA. When he read the contents of the letter, Jose fell silent. Trembling, Jose told Adelia that he had finally been accepted. Adela was happy, as was her family. A few days later, Jose moved house to Washington, D.C. to be closer to work. On his first day at work, the NASA captain pilot gave a speech welcoming the new pilots or astronauts. After the speech, a senior pilot named Kalpana took the new children around to introduce the facilities at NASA. The next day, all the new pilots started practicing. They did a self-rescue simulation in a large swimming pool. Jose wore a special suit and performed various practice scenarios to prepare for possible emergency situations in space.
Don't fight the suit, Hernandez. Take him out.
However, after days of training, Jose always got the lowest score among the other pilots. One afternoon after diving practice, Jose received a call informing him that Beto had died. After the funeral, Jose reflected alone in Beto's room. In the midst of his sadness, Beto's daughter approached him and told him the truth. Dad was very proud of Jose. He always hoped that one day he could witness Jose flying into space, but it turned out that fate had other plans. The next day, Jose returned to training. This time, he practiced flying a jet plane with the captain. At first, everything went smoothly, but suddenly the plane's signal went wrong.
Mike is still hot.
That's 959, you got traffic on your right.
Stand it. I'm trying, sir! What?
Luckily, Jose and the captain survived. As a result of the incident, the captain was angry and warned that if his score continued to drop, Jose would be fired from NASA. That night, before going home from work, Jose stopped by Kalpana's office, the senior pilot, to ask for advice. He didn't know what else to do. No matter how hard he practiced, there was still no progress. Seeing Jose desperate, Kalpana tried to encourage him. He told me about his experience flying into space. From up there, the Earth looked very beautiful. The atmosphere, the colors, everything was really beautiful. But in order to witness that beauty, it took struggle and pain. Kalpana's story just now made Jose's spirit return. Kalpana then told him that next week he would be assigned to go into space again. Hearing that, Jose was happy. He couldn't wait to experience it too. The next day in the swimming pool, the novice pilots practiced a self-rescue simulation. However, in the middle of the training, when the pilots managed to save themselves, one pilot got stuck. Jose, who realized that his colleague was in danger, rushed to help. Quickly and agilely, Jose swam to the location of the stuck pilot and tried to free him from the rope or equipment that was caught. After struggling for a while, Jose finally managed to free his colleague from the dangerous situation. Seeing Jose's actions just now, the captain was amazed. The next day at dawn, while jogging, Jose accidentally saw an empty rented house. Suddenly, he remembered that Adela had once told him that she really wanted to open her own restaurant. In order to please his wife, Jose rented the place. Long story short, while helping to serve customers, Jose just remembered that today was Kalpana's return day. He then hurriedly watched the TV news. However, the news reported that due to engine failure while passing through the Earth's atmosphere, the rocket Kalpana was riding exploded. Jose immediately went to the landing site. When he arrived there, when he saw the SAR team gathering to evacuate the victims, Jose was shocked. The next day, Even though he was still grieving, Jose had to stay focused. Today was the last exam day, the exam to operate a space satellite.
Houston.
Jose, you're coming in too hot. Jose, your speed.
Thank you for your patience.
Jose passed. Because he got the highest score, he was called by the NASA director. When he met the director explained that NASA planned to launch a second rocket for a satellite condition inspection mission. Of all the candidates, Jose was chosen to accompany the captain pilot on this mission. If you agree, the rocket launch will be carried out next month. Hearing the offer, Jose smiled happily. After a long wait of struggle for decades, his dream of flying into space finally came true. Without thinking, Jose agreed. After meeting him, he proudly met Adela at the restaurant while wearing an astronaut uniform. Adela, who saw him, was shocked and touched with pride. Adela hugged him. 1 month later, the long-awaited day arrived. That morning, before leaving, Jose said goodbye to his extended family. He thanked his family for all their sacrifices and support so that he could be as successful as he is now. After hugging each other, Jose left. The next day, before starting the rocket launch, Adela visited with a surprise for Jose. When he saw Teacher Young coming, Jose was shocked. The person who first believed in his dream was in front of him. Miss Young then showed him a picture of his dream while saying that she was proud to see that her little Jose had now succeeded in becoming an astronaut. Hearing that, Jose was touched. In the afternoon, when all the preparations were complete, Jose and his astronaut team began to enter the rocket.
Relaying stress mitigation.
Fuel mix mod.
We have a go for main engine start. Ignition. And lift off.
The rocket launch went smoothly. When he saw the view from above the Earth, Jose was amazed. It turned out that what Kalpana had told him before was true. The Earth looked very beautiful. Jose could only smile while being grateful. Although born as the child of a poor farm laborer, it turned out that fate could be changed. The child of a poor farm laborer had now become an astronaut and flew into space. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Amri Film channel so you don't miss the next movie recaps.